Hi, so I presume if you're watching this video it's because you're interested in finding out a little bit more about using a phone in China. So sit back, maybe make yourself a nice cup of tea, and I'm just going to chat for a few minutes about this. The simple answer is yes, you can use your phone in China. It's nothing to worry about. It's all very easy, whether you want to bring your phone from the UK or to get a new phone in China. It's all fine. You can do it. Before I came here, I decided that I didn't want to use my phone from the UK. I wanted a new phone, basically. I went to the shop. Well, we were took by our coordinators to the shop, and I decided I wanted to pick a new phone. But lots of people had decided they wanted to bring their phone from the UK. So they got their phone unlocked back at the UK. So when they came here, they literally just bought a SIM, put the SIM card in, jobs are good in. They could use their phone, had a Chinese number. This has its benefits because you can download some of the apps I'm going to talk about already onto your phone, so you get kind of familiar with them beforehand. But I didn't pick to do this. I picked to get a phone here. I picked kind of like a cheaper, simple smartphone. So this is the phone I picked actually. It's just a China Mobile 360 phone. Yeah, it works really good. It was in Chinese, obviously, when I bought it, but in the shop they just changed the language for me into English. I'm very happy with it, and to be honest, I would use it back in the UK, but if you want to get a phone here that you can use in China and back in the UK, you have to check it's compatible. That is something to look into if you want to keep using it. Onto the apps you can get on your phone. The number one app that I suggest you download, which even if you're not coming to China, I think you should download this app, is WeChat. So it's like WhatsApp. It's an app where you can chat with people on. You can put group chats on there. So I'm in group chats with my friends here, so we can organise nights out and things we're doing. With my family back home, I have one with my mum, my stepdad and my brother in. Basically, when I first got here, I went to Beijing to work in the summer camp. It was, what's your WeChat ID? What's your WeChat ID? What's your WeChat ID? And then I didn't even have WeChat when I didn't download it before I came out. So I kind of had to discover more about that when I first moved here. And then when I started working here at my school contact wanted my WeChat. So it really is the main way people communicate here. It's really good. I will try and show you on my phone. You have a kind of chat section on there. So you just have all your conversations. I'm not sure if it will focus in. And then you have a discover page, which kind of reminds me of like Snapchat stories. So on there, people will just post maybe like pictures and videos and things they want to say, and you can just scroll through and see what people are up to. It's also a good way to talk to your friends and family from back home. Every time I spoke to home, it's through WeChat because they have a free video call and free voice call. That's how I have conversations back home rather than using Skype or something like that. Also on WeChat, there's a WeChat wallet, so you can pay for things on there too. So you can transfer money to your friends you've got on there, or if you go into a shop, there's a barcode you can scan. And there's actually a shop on WeChat you can add called Bao Pals, which is BAOPALS, and there's a big shopping thing here called Taobao, so it's like the equivalent of maybe like Amazon or eBay. And I have not mastered the art of using this. I know some people have, but it's all in Chinese. I don't really understand, so I'm a bit lazy and I just use Bao Pals. It's just Taobao translated into English, and that's a place you can get lots of things on. So I definitely recommend, if you get WeChat, following them on WeChat. So another kind of payment app like WeChat Wallet is Alipay. A really good app to download, so you can transfer money as well. You have a barcode that shops can scan if you buy something, which is a little bit dangerous because you could just go into a shop, walk around scanning your barcode all day and not know what you've spent. But very useful, makes payment really, really quick. We actually, me and the girls I live with, pay our rent to our landlady through Alipay, just transfer her the money over, which saves us going to the bank and trying to do it that way. Very useful apps to just basically quicken off the buy-in and sending money and that kind of thing. A useful app to have, which if you're like me, not so good at speaking Chinese, not so good at reading it, is Pleco. So Pleco is a translator app. You just put in the words you want to translate and it brings up the pinyin or the Chinese characters. So I will show you now. You just put in a word in English and it will bring up the Chinese for it. So maybe you're going to the shop and you want to buy, let's think of a word. You want to buy plasters, if it will focus. There we go. So I've put in plaster and this has brought me a list of what I might need. It brings up the pinyin, so you could try and say it based on what it says, or you can just show it. I basically just show, and it does bring up a list of different options. I don't know which is the exact right one, but they always know which one I mean when I do that. And the only pain is you can't do a full sentence, but you could just pick the most important word or do it word by word. Obviously also you could just use the internet. There's a search engine here called Baidu, which lots of people use and has a translator. I know the hairdressers on my street, when I go there and they want to say something to us, they use this app. Lots of people I found in Shanghai anyway have translate apps on their phone as well. Another good app to have is Maps.me. Obviously a lot of phones from back home have Google Maps on there. You can't use that here unless you have a VPN. My phone obviously didn't have it on here, and it has a browser which is Chinese. I'm guessing it's called 360. I've never heard of it before coming here. So the maps on there, actually the street names are in Chinese characters, so it doesn't help me. And a lot of the time I will just kind of screenshot where I need to go. This Maps is an offline map, so you don't even need to use it on your data or on the Wi-Fi. You can just go on there, find out where you need to go. Obviously very useful if you're prone to getting lost, like I am sometimes. Just handy to have that map there that is offline. Also on the topic of Google Maps and VPNs, obviously if you want to use Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, they're banned here. You can't access them. You would have to have a VPN to access them. There's an app called QQ, which lots of people use here, which is kind of like, I've heard apparently is like Chinese Facebook and Twitter. On my phone I have QQ Music, so you can just download music on there, listen to music. Yeah, I guess just the equivalent of a social media app. And lastly, an app I'm going to talk to you about is food apps. So I love food, very exciting. You can get a McDonald's app, Domino's app to get food delivered to you. Very exciting to just type in your phone McDonald's, go on the app, and you can get McDonald's delivered to your house. You not even have to move and a McFlurry arrives on your doorstep. And the only pain with these apps is it's normally mainly in Chinese and you have to put your address in Chinese, but just kind of search the options to figure out what the options are asking you to put in. And a good thing to do is get your address put into your phone with the Chinese characters. Yeah, then just put in there, fine, order takeaway, Domino's, McDonald's, everything to your house. It is great. And I've just remembered another good app to get is the Metro map. So this is kind of only relevant if you're in Shanghai, but to be honest, I feel like it will be relevant to you if you're going to other places, because there will be metros. There's lots of metro systems in China, and I'm sure they will also have maps. But the particular one I have on my phone obviously is only relevant to Shanghai. It's just the metro map. So you just find where your closest metro is and then where you need to be, and you can just plan your route. Really easy. They obviously have paper copies of this, but I'd probably forget that. But I always have my phone on me, so it's really handy just to go on your phone, be able to plot your route out on the metro map. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you've learned a little bit more about using your phone in China. Honestly, do not worry about it. It's a piece of cake, very easy, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.